Welcome everyone to the ESU Community Rumble in wonderful Lidköping, Sweden. I'm Peter and I'm joined by zefrosty tonight.
Hello.
On the mic. Yeah.
Guest casting, I guess. I don't know. I've been playing all of yesterday's, but I think I'm into cast. So hopefully it'll be a good show.
Yeah, you've crushed some nerds. Now it's time to bash on them.
Yeah.
To show them who's boss. Yeah.
I think one of the teams that beat me yesterday, 3-2 as well, so close, but they are currently flawless in the competition and tied with Lowpander at the moment. So that's what we're watching here. This is the best of the best. Forget Froyotech, they've lost a game. Yeah. It's Minions and Pyjamas.
So who are the best of the best that we're going to be watching now?
So I think on Lowpander, we've got pretty much their same ETF2L team, right? So we've got Martin, Pappy, Funds, Mr. Epic, Hildreth, and Mookie. So I guess it's just Pappy Merkin for them. But on Minions and Pyjamas, we've got such esteemed names. We've got Cider, Skyper, OJ, Hamaham, Hannes, and 3006. Your favorite alias, I think, of this.
I'm still trying to figure out like how that one is clever. Because there must be something like 30 divided by 6 is 5, so like it's like 5 like there has to be something. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'll get there.
Well,
like at some point.
Maybe it's the number of brain cells he has on one side and the other side.
Yeah, that works for me.
Maybe it's going to be his KD this game, you never know.
Yeah.
He's going to go 30 for 6.
I'd be very impressed if that was the case.
Yeah.
Especially going up against Lowpander.
Maybe it's just a prediction constantly. One day he's going to get it and it's going to look really fancy.
Gonna like play that one lobby was like, I got it.
I got it.
Time
to just quit the game after that.
Yeah. All right. We actually have something to plug, and it's really cool. So we have a meme contest, and we're giving away a Plantronics headset. It's like a 500 something. I forget what exactly it's called, but like it's really this really nice headset. And the way you get it is that on our Facebook page, and you can just find it by searching for Essentials TF on Facebook. There will be a bunch of pictures, and we will be giving out 3 headsets, and you can like post a meme either on Facebook, on Twitter, and then at the end of the event, we'll have News and TurboTaps choose their favorite one. So like 3 different winners, and you can post it either on Twitter or on our Facebook page. And like I'm sure there's some good pictures. I hope there's none of them of me personally, but it's probably just TurboTaps running.
Yeah.
Like half of them.
When I saw the Facebook page briefly, there was a picture of TurboTaps running outside. So I can imagine there's going to be some creative ones with that already.
Yeah. Like. That's going to be so good.
Yeah.
So just get your meme on and earn a really nice Plantronic headset. I tried it out. It was really nice. But yeah, let's actually, with that plug, I'm now sure that people are like preoccupied actually with making memes. They're probably doing it anyway.
Yeah, they're probably not even watching the stream anymore.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know.
Trying to Photoshop TurboTaps into the best possible like cover of a movie or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my theory is that they were already doing memes. Now they're just going to get headsets for it.
Now they get rewarded for it.
I don't know. Well, I feel like we're fanning the flames here.
Yeah, just make it worse than it already is.
Yeah, very much so. All right, but let's talk about this matchup. We're still in the Swiss tournament, right? In the Swiss brackets. So they're still playing to move on. It's the top 4, I believe, that move on to elimination.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and I think like Froyotech and Lowpander are both like doing pretty well in it. And then we have what was it, Minions in Pyjamas?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And like, how good do you think they are? Like we saw Lowpander win yesterday.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they react to heavy drinking and and playing the next day.
You never know. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was watching. Well, I played against the team with the Minions and Pyjamas team already, and they were like, I sort of came in this thinking, oh, we're just gonna win. I don't know. We've played mixies together, therefore we'll be better than them, kind of thing. But no, they came out with a pretty strong showing. They've got like I think their star players are OJ and Skyper, who are their like combo players. So Pocket and Demo Man. So I think they're the ones we need to watch out for. I mean, pretty sure Skyper has Prem experience, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
I think he played on one of the AMS teams or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe one time. So he's definitely no stranger to doing pretty well. So and he's shown it off clearly here. Like I think one game he went 46 for 10. It was pretty nuts.
Yeah, I think that was the game where we were just like ragging on him for being terrible and dying all the time. And then we saw a log like, oh
Yeah. Maybe we were wrong.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We're not the most observant, but like he seemed to have a pretty aggressive style where he will often die and like go in, and what I just perceive as being like way too aggressive. But you know, if you get the kills to back it up, you know, that's definitely worth it. But I think against Lowpander in particular, that's a very dangerous proposition because like they're going to punish you hard.
Yeah, that's definitely. I guess maybe some of the teams they've played against don't quite have the same cleanup ability that Lowpander have, and when you've got scouts such as Funds and Mr. Epic, they're just going to, if you overextend even slightly, they're going to just completely wipe the floor with you. So I think he just needs to calm himself a little bit down. I know that his team were saying stuff like, you know, we've seen him go in, think, oh no, get out, get out, get out, and then he just kills everything. So, I mean, if he can still do that against these guys, then props to him, but I think he needs to maybe try and...
Yeah, it's early in the morning, you know, maybe that's where he thrives, or everyone
maybe
else.
he's not got enough alcohol in his blood yet.
I don't know. I can't remember if I was all Sky for
Fuel of the Finns.
Yeah, it's... apparently we're waiting for one of the Lowpander players. They've gone missing, so...
Oh dear, okay. I thought I saw most of them this morning, so...
Yeah, I saw them
on the
too.
screen.
It doesn't say who, but one of them is missing.
Oh, it looks like Mon. He's not on the server anyway.
Oh,
so
Mr. Epic.
Maybe he's off slab squatting somewhere. Dunno. All right.
Oh, okay. Oh, they are back on the server.
Oh, excellent. Game
All right.
approximately 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to be playing on Gollywash, one of my favorite maps. But what are your thoughts on it? We saw Minions in Pyjamas beat We Love Twisted on this, and it was looking pretty like solid, I'd say, overall.
Well, yeah, I guess it is. In my opinion, I've always thought of it as kind of a very demo-centric map. Like, if you can get the rollout and you can lock the combo out and choke, you kind of win the mid, and then you can kind of roll it on from there if you're good enough for like the sort of cohesion of your team. And if Skyper is sort of their star player, who's are doing the big work, if you can get those stickies on choke and just completely deny them getting through, then I think you could maybe make some work happen, to be honest. So
yeah, are we actually live?
I don't think so. We've just got some game sound. But yeah, I don't know. Do you want to? Are you feeling risky enough to go for a prediction in this map? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, Lowpander, they beat Frotech yesterday, so I think it feels like a very solid prediction to say they're going to win, and they're going to win. Let's just go with 5-1. I think that we can have our wonderful Minions in Pyjamas actually, you know, they're wearing morning clothes, so they're going to be ready.
Yep,
so I think they can get a good round, but yeah, based on that alone. But yeah, what about you?
I'm gonna obviously just be the awkward guy. I'm gonna say Minions Pyjamas win 5-0. That's what I'm predicting. I think they're here. They've got their pajamas on. They just woke up. They're ready. They're ready to come here.
Yeah.
And they hate idiots. So
yeah, this is their hour.
This is it.
Get out of here, Lowpander. You're nothing.
So far, they're flawless in the competition. So I mean, you can't argue with that. It's flawless logic there. Yeah. No. But yeah, you're definitely right. I think we've got to watch out for these Lowpander players because I mean, they're good enough to beat what's considered to be one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to fear them. You've got to fear them.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like Lowpander, they haven't lost anything either. So we have an immovable object against an unstoppable force kind of scenario.
Yeah.
Two unbeaten teams.
Yep.
Looks like we are going live.
Excellent.
All right. Let's see what happens on these rollouts here. Yep. If we're going to have any shenanigans, any snipers, any spies, any heavies to mid.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're not actually. They never do that on this map.
No, right. On this mid, I'm going to see what's Skyper doing. He's putting some stickies down at the choke right now, getting some good spam onto the Lowpander players, but in the end, it's not really done too much. But the position for Lowpander is way more across the point, and they're just stuffing Minions in Pyjamas into this choke point. Oh, there we go. Mons and Funds just taking those clean-up kills, and I think the Minions have just decided to concede that middle already. They're not even going to take a chance on that one. Yeah,
just playing it safe. Don't want to lose Cider. Henros is actually like really far forward. He actually gets taken down by Martin of all people. That's interesting, but they just get bullied out of second. I don't think they wanted that. I don't think they wanted the Uber out of Lowpander, but Lowpander, they're just really solid, just bullying them out here, and they're even looking to maybe even going on to last here.
Yeah.
Just an even Uber still. But
yeah, they look like they're not holding back at all. They're sort of shaping up like they want to try and push this already. I don't know. They're kind of hanging about in lobby right now, seeing what they can do. But Mookie is actually on the point, and he's jumping onto Cider, and he's going to not even get the force. So a good hold from her there, just making sure that hold that Uber for her last and not crumble on this gully wash last point, which is very difficult to push at the best of times. So I guess, and pushing out is even more difficult, especially if you're on an uber disadvantage. So
yeah,
good job dodging those rockets.
Yeah, there was actually in the main season, Lowpander had a lot. I think it was Lowpander that had a ton of success with just pressuring water. They would send like Mookie into the water, then maybe have like a scout in there, and then when he started pressuring the water, then they would like send people into suicide onto the medic, and it was just like so much chaos they got out of it just by pressuring the water side, and they would almost always end up with the medic getting forced, or they just killed enough people to just push in.
Yeah.
So we could just be seeing that. We have no off classes right now. You know. They have actually sent a scout into the water, so Funds is going to do it. So it looks like that is going to be the approach right here, and that's very often just a distraction for everyone else, right? They send in 2 soldiers while Funds was going for the point.
Yeah.
And just having that distraction there is really good. They do lose both soldiers. Fun's going to just try to out-DM this heavy. It's not going to quite work out for him, but a good try. They lost 3 players, now they have to be very careful.
Yeah, it was quite a good play from them there, sending both their soldiers to distract the combo, but unfortunately for them, Funds just wasn't quite able to 1v1 that heavy hard enough, and now they're going to have to force off this Uber actually in this lower area, and OJ taking the brunt of it for his team, just completely stuffing them right now. But Hannes has gone down in this Uber trade, but still, the Uber's so much better for Minions and Pyjamas, and OJ is just
Mookie
hitting
with
nice
the air
shots.
shot.
Ooh,
Nice.
I didn't even see that.
He got
Get
the
behind.
medic. Just popped him right up into the air. Yeah, pretty simple air shot, but yeah, that's going to, based off of that, it's going to be just a Lowpander rolling in onto last here. Just a heavy and plus some spawners as well.
Yep.
And
yeah, I think they're getting kind of held off by this off-classing right now. Hamaham just sitting behind the point, making sure he can get that spam damage onto them before they can even get in, and allows his spawners to defend that point. But either way, it does leave Lowpander in a bit of an advantage. They've got 60% Uber to the 25% on the side of Minions and Pyjamas. So if they're quick enough, they might try and take this in, and it looks like they're going to be taking this Uber in this riverside, or that's where they're shaping up to go right now.
yeah, they are just about to reach 100%. I think they're just looking to go on the dot. Yeah, Hilder's now rounding the corner, being Ubered. Scout on it, just putting scouts onto the point. That's Mr. Epic on the demo man. If you can get the demo man in water here, they're going to be looking really good. But Mr. Epic actually messes it up quite a bit. He finally gets him. Now Funds is on the lip here. If you just drop down onto the point, it's going to be a ton of pressure. It looks like it's going to be the second scout, but yeah, the kills just come in.
Yeah.
So a really solid dot push coming up from Lowpander. It's going to make it 1-0.
Yeah, it was really good from them. During the Uber, they got those 2 picks, and it just sort of opened everything up. And once Mr. Epic got into the demo man lower, he just wasn't able to quite hold on and get those stickies to kill that scout, and then it all spiraled downhill from there. But yep, a strong first round showing coming up from Lowpander, not beefing that full Uber pushing on this mid. I'm going to be seeing what Hildreth can do, see if he's going to live up to his name. And so far, just getting some good spam damage and walking across the point very aggressively, just taking that position, and that allows his scouts to get in and clean up OJ so far. And again, Minions and Pyjamas are just getting stuffed in this choke point right now and bleeding player by player, but they're trying their best to escape with as many as they can, but Funds is on the chase.
It's both scouts.
Yeah,
that's so scary. Oh, there you go. Funds actually get both of them.
Yeah, that is a terrifying sight when you see 2 scouts just Wing through a choke at you. There's nothing you can do. Even if they turned around and fought him there was no way Cider was getting out there. And that's, again, Martin going to be on 80% Uber advantage. They've got the second point capping right now, and they're going to be trying to take this into last as soon as they can. And with Skyper down, it's not going to help them any better. Yeah.
There will be no sticky traps at all here to stop them. Skyper has still not spawned, so they can go in any way they want. They're actually going to go in through bottom, and they're just going to force everyone into spawn. There's actually a mini sentry coming up, and it's still up, so they need to deal with it. And Lowpander, I think they just figured that this is just not working. They didn't play the point fast enough when they actually moved in. There was no demo man. So I feel like that was a bit of a missed opportunity. They actually pushed everyone into the spawn, but then the other scout that came in from the other side, from the water side, actually just decided to go for like kills instead of just running onto the point.
Yeah, I saw like a few people come in after that Uber, just kind of standing about, not really doing a whole lot, and then I think Mookie killed the mini sentry, but then died instantly afterwards. So a bit of an unfortunate play for them there, not quite able to find the footing that they were looking for, and unfortunately for them, they're just not going to clean up that second round. But it does leave Minions and Pyjamas in a Uber ad situation, but it looks like they've kind of wasted it. They're just going to hold on last and just hope for the best at this point. They are I think they had, what, 60 or something added? And
yeah, they didn't quite have the players though. Like they were still waiting for a couple of respawners, and then once they got those, it was a bit like there wasn't enough of an advantage to actually push. You know, I'm a little surprised they didn't go for psych. Just send out some dude to do something. Just like send out a heavy with a shotgun, just run in their face and hope. But okay, they've sent Mookie into the water again, and I think this is just once again a distraction basically for everyone else.
Yep.
Like you should when Mookie goes into the water, you should probably be watching like the other soldier, because he's probably the one that's going to jump them. Like we see Poppy just currently setting up. Mookie's now in the water. He's getting ready to just go up there and distract. And yeah, so far Poppy is actually not doing anything. He's just spamming. But yeah, like just playing this position in the water, it can be so frustrating to deal with.
Yeah. And Mookie's just putting some really good spam damage onto them right now, just forcing them off this point. Ham down to only 20 HP. And only one player on that team with a buff as well, so
yeah. And here comes Poppy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually also jumping onto the point. That's interesting. Just gonna go for it. He will get taken.
Oh!
All
just
right.
juggle them off the point. There's nothing they can do. They try to walk into those two soldiers, and just the rockets, too good, just splashing them out of the way. And that's the second round going the way of Lowpander.
Yeah, that was very interesting. And yeah, it is just this thing with putting pressure onto the point, because you can use it in so many ways. You can outright cap it. That's really good. You can also just use it to bomb their medic. I thought Pappy was going for the medic, but he just turned and went onto the point, and it worked out really well. It was a great play by the Lowpander soldiers. Going to be a very aggressive jump in here from Mookie, immediately just taking down the demo man. No, the scout, sorry. As, he's going to come up for seconds here, takes down a soldier again. Just like every time he jumps up, it's scary. And now you have Poppy in the choke again. And it's just so much pressure from Lowpander coming onto the, but now it's just actually a pretty even fight. But Mookie is behind lines, and that really changes everything. That means that they have to divide their attention, and there we go.
Yeah.
Fun's going to be the only one to die.
Yeah, that was a really good distraction play from Mookie there. Like, as soon as that scout turned around, you just saw all the players walk across the point and just completely crush them in that small area. Like, I mean, sometimes you see these plays and they just walk into their death, but that was very well coordinated and great timing from Mookie.
Oh, we have OJ hiding up top, and the soldier didn't spot him.
Ooh.
So he's going to come in here behind the medic. He's sneaking up. He's executed the first part of his play perfectly, and he actually hits the medic and gets the force. Yeah, great play coming out here from OJ, showing some really big brain play, right? And now they forced everyone onto the point. Fun's on it.
Yeah, like he got the force, but that just prompted the push from Lowpander before his team could set up, and that was just, oh, that was so unfortunate. It was such a smart play, but it just didn't work out quite how he expected it. That was
they need like a pyro too or something to just hold them off for a little bit longer, just to buy time.
Yeah.
As it was just a bit too much momentum, and it just didn't really matter. Lowpander was just still able to get in. That's going to be 3-0 in favor of them. So they are just continuing to impress. It's not looking quite as good as yesterday, I'd say, but it is early. Yep. So they'll probably get there. Yeah. And Mookie again just bombing in here, being the first one to engage and getting a whole ton of damage on. Now he's just spamming up, doing so much work, and Poppy just jumping in and just capitalizing on it. And this is just ugly. Like Cider, he tries to get out. Actually surfs pretty well, and he is with a scout, but no, Hildred will cut them off, and that's going to be that full wipe.
Yeah, these mids are just getting more and more dominant as they go on. It kind of seems like they're slowly waking up from their hangovers and getting there. But yeah, I mean, 36 off classic to spy on last is clearly not very hopeful on that whole. But you know, yeah, I mean, they've got a chance here. This pyro, I thought you could maybe drop to the point in time and try and maybe airblast a few people off, but
maybe if you had the jetpack, maybe you could have gotten there in time, or maybe not.
Probably not. The time it takes you to take that weapon out and holster it again, you would probably just take the jetpack out, go in the air, and then fall to his death. Yeah, and
I think it's very difficult to actually loop around as well. And getting onto the point, it's not the best. But I'm dreaming. I like to dream that Pyro can totally use the jetpack.
Yeah. Oh, but this is actually a really good mid so far from Skyper. He's locked the demo man out of choke, and it's allowed his team to walk up this right hand side. But
Mookie's onto the medic.
Oh my god, yeah, they're just getting absolutely crushed in this corner, and the soldier bombs from Mookie and Pappy just stuffing them in there. And
Martin actually gets taken down by 306. That was actually a medic air shot as well, I believe. So good job by him, just kind of salvaging that mid, taking down the medic at the very tail end. That means that they will have an advantage, and they're going to actually go. Oh, I thought they were going to go Crit Squeak. They were on Crit Squeak for a short while, and then they changed after building like 5% of it. So actually now it's going to be the other way around. So the other team went crits, so they threw away their own crits advantage, and now they're going to be facing a crits advantage. So
yeah, I mean, Hans is actually on spy right now, so maybe he can get behind, check that Uber, and make sure that his team is set up properly for this fight. But it kind of looks like he's just trying to get in, and no luck whatsoever on that one. So I think they'll still be a bit too oblivious to this crits creed that's going to come into them, and they just need to. I mean, they do have an engineer, which is pretty good against this, but I mean, I think they need a bit more heavy classes just to tank that damage.
You just like putting up a mini in lobby, and it's pretty cheeky.
Oh god, yeah, and Sentry's already down as well, so it's
it was in forward lobby.
Yeah,
so that was not really like a whole thing. That was just being sneaky and trying to do some extra damage. Like there's no way that was.
Looks like they're taking the crits in now, and Hildreth getting a good sticky onto the heavy, but he's getting absolutely stuffed by Skyper, and this crits creek is absolutely doing nothing. But 30-06 for some reason bombs into the stickies there. Yeah. Sentry going down, and that's a one-pick advantage for Lowpander. And if they want to, don't know if they want to try and do something off of this, but as of now, it looks like they're just trying to back up, as I think they know that Cider has Uber, and they're
they should definitely be pushing.
Push out of last, they need to do something as well. 4-0 down, 17 minutes to go. It's still possible. They just need to get their act together and move quickly. Their Uber ad is dwindling at this point, so they just need to make a plan and stick with it right now.
Yeah, we see the Mookie sniper as well. So I think he's just standing in big door and just hanging out, making it really uncomfortable to push out. Usually when teams see this, they will just like go up top. But yeah, they're taking it so slow. I feel like they're actually being too slow. Right? Yeah. Actually, it's a full crit streak for them again.
So I mean, I guess it's still Uber versus crits. So if Lowpander try and crits into them, they should be able to use that Uber and just completely stop them from being effective whatsoever. But still, it's that risk that they could get that miracle sticky or rocket onto the medic, drop the Uber, and then just this round could be completely gone for them. So I think they had a bit of a missed opportunity trying to push out there. As of now,
I agree. Because they can just run into them anyway. Their Uber percentage basically doesn't matter as long as you have your Uber, because there's never going to be an Uber in your face, and so that you can't kill them. They'll just have a crits. So you can basically ignore their medic. But yeah, they just decide to sit on it, and they are behind. So Lowpander, they're fine with this. They're just taking it easy, and I think they're just trying to figure out how to use this crit streak, because it's very difficult to actually use a crit streak against a team that knows that you have it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
How do you do it? Like, do you bomb in a soldier? Like, because when they know you have a crit streak, they're like, oh, the soldier is bombing. Let's just focus the choke, because that's like.
Yeah, that's the actual threat that's going to come. But it looks like they're trying to take these crits. I don't know. They were shaping up at River, and then they've just completely decided.
Like Cider's standing in a really critical spot, I want to say. Like, that's such an easy place to actually get it.
Oh, and the force comes out as well. The crits, I think, came in through Shutter, and then get that really good rocket onto her, but she popped it off in time, so good job popping off that Uber and not dropping. And it looks like they're actually trying to push out here. Hildreth is down. They were getting very aggressive in lobby, but they've just decided to back it up, and this is not the play that you want to be doing. They're going to build that crits way faster than this Uber charge, and if they want to, they're just going to be able to roll back in with another crits against no Uber. They've not got that insurance to back you up against this play, so they're just going to have to build this super hard and hope that they get it in time.
Yeah, I quite like the distraction play. They had the Hildreth discharge stickies from River, which is where you would normally crit from, and then they just went in through the shutter door.
Yeah, it fooled me.
yeah, right. Like that's a pretty good play, but good reaction times from our wonderful medic Cider here on.
Oh, but they're bringing the crits in now, and a progressor with Pappy, and actually gets the telefrag onto him. Oh my god, they still lose the round, but oh my god.
No, they won it. They won
perfect.
That one.
That is absolutely perfect.
So good.
There we go. That's one for the land frag movie.
Man, if Mookie died to a telefrag, that would have
been perfect.
Yeah.
Oh well, at least they end this match off with a bang, you know.
Yeah, that was
5-0, but they're the moral victories.
I kind of feel like they got the telefrag, and then they just said, "All right, we're done."
I just lose it.
Yeah, like this game is over. Let's just get out of here.
Oh, excellent. Right. Okay. Well, I'm very glad that that's how it ended. Anyway, that's made my day.
Yeah. That's that was beautiful. But the bottom line is that still it was 5-0. Right, and I think we're gonna have some logs going up. But
let's see if I can just find them on the front page. I hope so.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, they should just be on the stream. So, but yeah, we're just
done it anyway.
Yeah, manually
Better
doing
than the
it.
production.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
Mookie, top damaging.
Yeah, we're seeing there. Mookie actually, I mean, he was very effective on those mids. Like every time that when they got those positions and stuff like that, he was very good at just knowing when to bomb in, and then he would always get a pick. So it was.
He would usually engage, and he would jump in first, and he would also get the kill.
Yeah.
That's kind of rare against teams. Usually, like if you jump in first, you will like die first, and then your teammate will get the kill.
Yeah, you'd think so, but I mean, he's a prem roamer. He knows his stuff. He'll probably just be. He knows the places to bomb that are safe and where he can get those keen out spam angles and stuff like that. And he just knows which ones. I guess he's probably just going off a focus fire. Like if he knows someone's low, he'll bomb them, get that free pick, jump out, and then he's got another bomb ready to go. So it's just, but yeah, those mids, I don't think they won, or I don't think Lowpander lost a single mid that game. So yeah, that was really strong showing from them.
Yeah, and Martin and Mr. Epic both died once. So that's probably a pretty good and telling way of knowing like how this map was won by them. Just like the combo never died, I think.
Yeah. I mean, well, we were surprised when Martin died one mid, and that was it. I think the rest of the time he was just completely
he died to an air shot, actually.
Yeah.
So that's what it takes.
Yeah, if you just shoot him in the air, then you're fine. But so now I think of it, did they actually? I don't think they even got a cap. No,
they never got a cap.
I don't think they even were able to cap a single point. So very dominating show from Lowpander the entire game. But
it was still looking a bit sloppy. Like I don't know. It took some time, and they also like failed a couple pushes where they had to run back out, and these crits pushes weren't the best. But they were still doing the thing that they do best, which was just like pressure water and then using that as a distraction or just as a way to outright win. It's really strong when you can like just play water, and you can like just play the point, you can just cap it out, but you can also just use that to go for the medic. So like it doesn't matter what they do, if you just play it right and just adjust to what they are trying to counter, then you can still get a play going. And
I think that was one of the plays that they did. They had Mookie under the point, and then Papi just jumped on it and the double spam rockets after. I think Mookie had got a load of damage on them under the point as well, and just was pretty healthy himself. So just able to walk on that point, stop anyone trying to jump down on it, and then they capped the point outright. So I mean, even in that situation, if they wanted to, they could have, as you say, if it went wrong, they could have just bombed over the point and done whatever they wanted. But it seems like they've just got that whole point play on point anyway.
Yeah, just a very dominating performance by the flank in general. I think both Mookie and Funds had the most kills in the server. They had 14 kills. So like that tells you that the flank is doing really well. Just like they're winning their fights, and then it's really easy. And we saw that like really specifically in some mid fights where it was like an even fight, and then Mookie was behind. Right, like, and then it's not an even fight at all.
No, it's like they have to commit to that fight on top of the point, and if they're not healthy enough, then they're going to back out into 4 spam rockets from Mookie and just die anyway. So
it just feels awful.
It's
awful.
So horrible. But no, that was. I mean, there were some good moments in there where I saw like OJ get behind and get the force and stuff like that, and a bit awkward situations and sort of mess them up in different ways. But unfortunately, in the end, it wasn't enough from this not so flawless team anymore on LAN. Minions and Pyjamas, but they gave it their all, and that's all we asked for. Yeah,
indeed. So now Lowpander is the only undefeated team. So I guess it's up to Freutek to show that yesterday was a fluke.
Well, I mean, yesterday, I'm not giving them excuses or anything, but I mean, they were giving them themselves. But they were saying that Reckoner is not their favourite map because, America doesn't play it too often. But still, I mean, I was watching that game and it kind of seemed like the map wasn't even the problem sometimes. Like, I was watching Papi's POV and Mookie's POV, and they were on fire. So if they can keep that sort of same level on any map, then I think they've got it in the bag, in my opinion. But they've got to keep going. Yeah,
you can never be too sure with these day one games. Like it's always just like it's really like you can definitely think that like, oh, we just saw like this team win and they're going to be so much better, but then game 2 rolls around and it's just a different scenario altogether. And just sometimes it's just the map, sometimes it's just like some players getting warmed up and getting used to LAN, or sometimes it's just I don't know, things I can't even think of. But yeah, let's just remind you guys again that you guys probably are like really into memeing, and that's cool and all, but you can actually get a headset for it. So we are giving away a Plantronic headset. You can go to our Facebook page. There will be a bunch of pictures for you to use. You can probably use some other ones as well. I don't know actually, but I would use those just in case. And then you can post them either to our Facebook page or you can post them to the Essentials TF Twitter, and you can win a headset. We'll be giving away 3 of them. One for the Facebook, one for Twitter, and then.
Is there one for both or something?
No, then it was like News and Turbotat will pick their favorite that hasn't already won, I suppose.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So there's 2 that get. What was you say? The like most likes or something? Just one given away on Twitter.
It's probably most likely. I don't actually know how it's going to be decided, but I'm sure it's some sort of Illuminati thing where we give it away to all our friends.
Give it all the mods on Essentials TF Twitch page. They all get one.
Yeah, they make like super unfunny memes and just win. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Yep. Excellent. But yeah, no, I guess is that it.
Yeah, that is it. I'm not sure what the next game coming up is. I assume it's one of our top teams playing another top team, but I don't actually know what the next game is.
Well,
I don't know if we can.
I know that I'm playing Froyotech in like an hour and a half, or in about 20 minutes. I'm supposed to be playing them. So hopefully they don't cast that game because I'm not looking forward to it. But hopefully we get to play Reckoner. That's all I'm saying. Yeah,
that would probably be a good way. You're still doing map eliminations, right?
Yeah. I'm assuming it's going to be first on the list, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to end up playing Viaduct against them or something.
Yeah, Viaduct or Sunshine. Or has anyone actually played Sunshine yet in the tournament?
We've played it on our second one against the Finnish team. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to play demo as well, so I had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's all that really matters. But yeah, I think we're just going to go to a break, and then when we come back, there's going to be another game in the Swiss, and then pretty soon, later in the day, we'll move on to actual elimination games.
Yep. Cool.
So yeah, we'll see you then.
Yep. See you later.